Shalom. Can you guys hear me okay?
Repeat, if you could repeat yourself, we were muted.
Can you hear me okay?
Yes, Roman, we can hear you now.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right, I'll start the meeting. This is a planning board public workshop meeting. And since we have only one person in the audience who knows very well our procedures, I'll dispense with them and get right to the projects. We have only two on the agenda. The first one has to do with the development in the Pine Bush on Corporate Circle. And we have extensive notes regarding that from the staff. This is a project that's similar in terms of the kind of requirements and the kind of notes we have as the school was back about a year and a half ago. So, Avi or Chaz, do you want to give us a quick overview?
Yes. Like you said, it's 3842 Corporate Circle. It's in a light industrial zoning district. That is the location of it. They are subdividing the lot to here to, this will be subdivided here, and there will be the new building is proposed here with updating the parking lot on both lots.
This corner road will be road on the upper part of the.
Yes.
Next corner road.
Yes. Right here, near Corner Road. Okay. 155. I do have some site plan. I apologize, the PowerPoint's moving a little slow. It's loading, my apologies.
That's interesting.
I think because the site plans might have too much information, or just the computer.
There we go. Oh, yeah, that is a lot.
So that is the existing plan as it is.
That building already exists.
Correct.
The one we saw from the aerial view, right?
Correct. And it's the bottom part where you see bottom left side, that's the parking lot that's going to have the proposed building and updating parking lot going up into that little V. There is a demolition review application here as well, more for the pavement.
We didn't file the demolition.
You did?
We shouldn't file the demolition.
I have a demolition application, might be prior iteration of something. And then this is the proposed building coming up here shortly.
So that whole dark gray area is the proposed building?
Yes, it's gonna come up in the next slide. I apologize, but that is the not the whole dark area, but the bottom dark area is going to be where the building's gonna go.
That's parking lot.
Correct.
Demo the parking lot, yes.
Sorry, so sorry. Has decided not to work. But as you're looking at it, may I see the notes? This would be a seeker. We'd have to declare lead agency, but it's uncoordinated review. We have comments back from the Albany County Planning Board. So that is the new building at the bottom. They are updating the 2 parking lots. The very top of it, that's part of the other lot, that is also being updated. Then the parking lot for this building specifically is obviously going to be updated. They have in the application called for 77 parking spots, but this plan shows 63 for the bottom one and the 66 on the new parcel on top. So we'll have to clarify exactly how much or address what parking spots apply where. But this will be 2 lots. Right now it's 1.
I'm assuming if you go back to that one, hopefully, without it taking forever. On the right side of the proposed building, there was a number of, looks like spots for trucks to back in.
There is loading dock proposed as well for this building. I believe there are 7 loading docks for this proposal.
Yeah, that's what it looked like. Okay.
Yes. These are a couple images that the applicant has provided. This would be the proposed 42 corporate circle, that is the 38 as it exists. These are the existing loading docks and the existing warehouse that exists. And then these were some of our notes. As I said, seeker, we would do an uncoordinated review. We've heard back from the Albany County Planning Board for recommendations. These were a couple of their recommendations, but I do believe that will, as the project is reviewed by the Water Department, these most likely will be addressed. I will follow up on the Department of Health portion of this. In your packets, I had included the letter from the Albany Pine Bush Preserve Commission, so they have appeared in front of them as well. Other than this, the application has, we've sent the applicant a project review determination in which there might be a few variances that they might need to apply for. They've been called out, so that would go in front of the BZA. We also have addressed a few potential waivers. They would be either waivers that they would need to apply, or I think they would just be plans. Once the plans are updated, the need for waivers would go away. I think they're more likely not going to apply for all these waivers. It's going to be more working with the planning staff and the applicant to get the plans updated.
In reference to the street amenities, if there's no logical way for them to do it next to the building, would the possibility be that some of the benches and bicycle racks, trees, et cetera, be possibly placed someplace else on the corporate circle site, or perhaps even off-site at a different place within the city?
I believe we can work with the applicant, and that could be, I know we've done that in past projects.
Yeah. Okay.
So these are some of the waivers, potential waivers or updating the plan. The surfacing and drainage, landscaping, parking location here. The screening of the frontages. The code calls for pedestrian safety. There's a portion for design and the use of off-street loading areas. Street trees, we did have our forester from DGS look at both the applications. He's provided some comments back, which will be communicated to the applicant.
Do you think this will be ready for the next meeting?
So our next meeting is the 29th. Potentially, yes, I think so. I think Dan is here.
Again, most of this is raised, we've already addressed in the past. And the planting is done in cooperation with the Pine Bush Preserve Commission. We use all the material they like us to use. And a number of the issues have already addressed either by our plan or by simple amendment of the plan. Pine cracks is no problem. We have, person on site and
So you think by the 29th?
the question is, we haven't heard back from any departments yet, so we still have to hear primarily from the Department of Water Supply. They have the most impact because of the split in the water and sewer connections. And we also submitted a traffic report to Bill Trudeau, so, and we haven't heard anything back from Trudeau. So my guess is that we get the comments back on the departments, we can do safer. We also do have building elevations, which I never submitted to the
So I also just want to let you know, so we got the updates on the 11th of October. I believe the departments have up to the 11th coming up or the next week to submit those comments. Once they're there, we'll share it with the applicant.
So the other element here would be the potential need for area variances, specifically related to the setback of the existing building. There's a requirement in the Pine Bush overlay for it to be 150 feet from an undeveloped lot, which is directly to the south of it. So that would likely be needed unless the building were to be, relocated, which I don't know if that's planned right now, but that would be needed. And there was some clarification that was needed regarding the paving materials to be used, specifically because of provisions in the Pine Bush overlay. So if it's forest pavement, then it should be okay, but we just need to confirm that. I believe it was stated on the application form that it would be forest, but I don't believe it's noted on the site plan, so if that could be included, just as clarification.
I thought 150 feet was from a property within the Pine Bush district that's created for the Pine Bush efforts, either on their plan or more than 150 feet from the nearest portion of Pine Bush restricted lands that are under the control of the Pine Bush. And we checked that out with Neil Gifford and Sam McCoy.
Yeah, the code states if it's within 150, setback 150 feet from each lot line with an adjacent undeveloped or protected property. So in this case, it is an undeveloped property. I don't, it sounds like from the preserve commission that wasn't an issue, and it doesn't appear to be adjacent to any protected lands that I'm aware of, but it is adjacent to an undeveloped land.
Any other questions or comments? All right, let's take a look at the corner of Broadway and Livingston. This was a project that we approved quite a while ago. I think it might have been under the old zoning ordinance, if I'm not mistaken.
So 61 Livingston, it's located at the corner of Broadway and Livingston, like you said. That is the location right there. They're looking to consolidate all those lots highlighted. 71 Livingston, 67, I believe 788 and 794 Broadway. The structure that's on 71 is to be demolished. There's a demolition review application here. This application you did see this in 2019. This came through in 2019 and was finally approved with conditions in 21. We're treating this as a brand new application, however, because of the changes to the code and slight updates to the plan.
That's what I meant, not the old zoning orders, but the
Right,
code changes.
correct. Right, so this is the existing site plan. That is for the portion that would be demolished.
Does the developer have control of that house?
Yes, they do own the house. In the past, in the last iteration of it, this is not the historic district, but it is a historic structure. So there was, they had reached out to SHPO to meet all the requirements to be able to do the demolition. So I believe they did submit that at that point.
They did, but I wasn't sure, I just thought it was still, if it was still in private ownership, or in ownership of the developer.
I believe the developer now owns the lots. The next slide coming up would be the proposed building. So they've aligned it with the street here, and the transformer is in the top right corner there. There is a porch that's called out in the rear of it that needs some clarification. Now, this is the application where we're working with the applicant to get the application, to meet some deficiencies of the application. We received the site plan that needs to be a little more cohesive and updated. So we're working on that. The application deficiency letter has been provided to the applicant. This has been circulated with other departments as it stands, but we're looking forward to receiving the updates, and we'll send those over to the other departments for circulation. This is a type 1, so it would need a agency coordinated action here. I've called out some of the agencies involved here, which would be the Albany County Planning Board, Capitalize Albany Corporation, SHPO, and Homes and Community Renewal Organization. They have applied for affordable housing compliance. And it is a DRI project, to call that out as well, because I imagine funding, et cetera, is also affected.
For affordable tax credits?
Yes.
State, so that's limited, I imagine.
Yes.
But is the entire building going to be
Affordable housing.
below 80% median, or just one floor?
I'll let Dan take that question if that's.
Units are going to be affordable. For 10 units that are reserved for the theaters to use for housing when people are in town, but everything else is going to be affordable housing. And HCR, we have an HCR application in place, and that's what we need. We have to get it approved.
I can assure you that probably most of the theater floor people will end up qualifying also. But if the whole building is going to be also affordable, then even if they don't get tax credits from the state, there's also the possibility of getting some benefits through the IDA, right?
I can look into that, or Avi could speak to it as well.
It'd be crazy not to apply, because you can get additional credits from the, from IDA that might help also
Right.
with the project's feasibility.
If I understand correctly from the applicant, if he doesn't succeed in getting HDR approval, the project can't be afforded even with local grants available.
I see.
It really requires the full HDR package.
If that doesn't occur, this is conjecture, but would the applicant look at market rate? Since there is
I think he would, but the question there is a whole bunch of the economics is based upon getting HDR funding and have to go back and see whether or not it works without it again. It's not the simplest site to develop. You might notice we sort of shoehorned it into the site. There's not an awful lot of extra space in there, so we got to work extra hard with stormwater management and stuff. So you'll have to declare yourself lead agency at some time, so you can be doing it for me.
Yeah.
Correct.
So there's also a transportation demand management plan, so I'm assuming that there'll be certain credits for buses.
Correct. Correct.
How many places are you proposed? Zero.
None.
Oh, none. Okay.
Right. Right.
That's the lowest we could get.
I thought maybe given the terrain, that they might have like parking, one level parking.
Again, no. We did a transportation demand study which showed for parking available. Everybody in the building is going to entitled to CDPA pass, and they put some other elements in there. It's meant for people that are working really in this area, so hopefully we don't need many cars.
Any other questions that we have? Okay. Scheduling, do we have a meeting scheduled? I know we have a meeting scheduled for December, but do we need to talk about how it may conflict with the holidays? If at all?
I think when the December schedule, when they put this year's schedule, I think they made sure that it wouldn't conflict with any of the holidays, but I'll take another look at it. We are working towards getting the schedule for next year going as well. So we'll reach out to all of you and get your input as we moved forward with that process.
Okay. Anything else that we need to talk about?
I don't believe so.
Okay, meeting's adjourned.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Roman.
Have a good evening.